When it only flashes once, it seems to work. Okay, so here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Buyer's Blueprint, Paul here, and today I want to quickly, hopefully quickly, I talk a lot, I know, I want to talk about non-reporting leases and loans. And not everyone knows about them. Some people do, but they're unsure how they work, and so here's the lowdown. So with regards to credit, especially for those who are buying and selling, flipping homes, your credit utilization or your debt service is an important factor in how much loan you can get on a mortgage. If you got more bills, they're going to give you a smaller mortgage. If you've got no bills reporting on your Equifax, and you make a certain amount, they'll do their calculations and go, oh, you can get a loan for this much money, this much house. So a lot of guys will come in, especially when they're shopping for fancier cars. Oh, I want a non-reporting lease or non-reporting loan. It's got to be non-reporting for sure. And I don't know, I'm going to go in for a mortgage or a loan, whatever it is, next month, the month after. And I really don't know if I should get the car now or wait till after because I don't want even the credit check to show up. And so one thing I can tell you right now is that the issuing bank for the mortgage is not going to care about credit checks. All they're going to care about is they're going to add up all of your terms on the existing trade lines in your Equifax or TransUnion, what have you. Probably TransUnion for mortgages, Equifax for cars mostly. But they're going to add those up and they're going to do their debt servicing factors and they're going to say, oh, you can qualify for this much mortgage. Because your car loan doesn't report, now you have this much bills instead of this much bills, which means you can now borrow for this much home instead of this much home. So a lot of guys are dealing with mortgages, they're very concerned about it not being reporting, and they're even more concerned about the credit check itself that shows up in the inquiries, but you don't need to worry about that. But you do need to have a good business manager that really knows what they're doing, making sure that the loan does not report. Because what I can tell you is that there are some lenders, ABC Leasing, let's just, for example, not that they exist, they might exist, but I was just making that up. My point is that they might have some products that report and some products that don't. So if you're not a super sharp business manager, you might end up inadvertently hooping your customer by maybe setting up as a personal loan instead of a commercial loan or lease, and then it'll report versus not report, and then you thought it was not reporting, but it is reporting, and now the poor guy's he's going to be mad at you because that's on there. You can't take it off. It's now affected his serviceability for mortgages to the negative. So that is how non-reporting can help those who need to have a lower debt service and credit utilization. So let's see if I covered everything here. I think so. But if you've got some questions about non-reporting leases and loans and where they come from, they're just like any other loan. They're the same. In fact, you can still get approved at prime, same as bank rates, sometimes even better. But what you do need to be leery of is that, so for example, when you go to, let's say, Mercedes-Benz, and you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz at Mercedes-Benz on a Mercedes-Benz lease, those are generally closed leases. I've got videos on that. If I haven't made them already, I will. Versus an open lease on the non-reporting side, it would be an open lease. And then the Mercedes-Benz at Mercedes-Benz lease would be a closed lease. They're very different. And the Mercedes-Benz lease will report. So they'll tell you that it reports. You'd have to have a pretty green business manager to not know. But if you're looking for non-reporting leases, make sure that you deal with someone who's in the business for a while and really knows their things. Because like I said, sometimes one leasing company will have one product that reports and another one that doesn't. And if it's really important to you to get that mortgage for a certain amount, you don't want to get hooped. So anyways, if you've got some questions, hit me up for some questions down below in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. And as always, like and subscribe.